history loves to tell us that some civilizations were destined to rule, chosen, superior. But honestly, that's mostly a story we've been sold. Beneath the myths and the glory, power has always boiled down to three things: access, timing, and the human mind's uncanny ability to justify almost anything, especially when it's framed as us versus them. So, let's debunk some myths. Power was never about superiority, it was about the setup. Empires didn't rise because they were smarter or better. They rose because their environment gave them tools others lacked. Think about it. Geography was everything. Access to seas, rivers, or vast steppes was like winning the lottery. So were resources like oil, horses, or iron. And, of course, timing, being in the right place during major global shifts. Take Britain. Their naval dominance and the Industrial Revolution weren't some genetic destiny. It was a combination of island geography, coal deposits, and timing that made them a global power. Or the Mongols, they weren't prophets, they were masters of their environment. Their step-bred mobility, unmatched archery, and brilliant military innovations were born from their surroundings. Now, let's play a game of what if. Imagine an isolated group, let's call them Group AZ. What if they had the fast cavalry of the Mongols, the ocean access of the Portuguese, and early access to metallurgy or explosives? History could have been completely rewritten. Not because they were special, but because they had what it took, right when it mattered. This brings us to the dark side of human nature, the power of us versus them. We can justify almost anything if it's framed as survival, duty, or even a divine order. Group loyalty, suspicion of outsiders, and the emotional need to protect our identity are powerful forces. Suddenly, even horrifying acts can start to feel necessary. Millions followed leaders into genocide, honestly believing it was the right thing to do. Entire empires justified slavery with twisted logic and pseudoscience. The average person isn't born evil, but the system can make evil seem logical. A fascinating example of this is how people talk about the Mongols. In some Middle Eastern cultures, calling someone a Mongol is an insult, implying they're stupid. But this isn't based on fact, it's a deep-seated historical trauma. The Mongols destroyed great Islamic empires, including Baghdad, in 1258, a global center of learning. Mocking them became a defense mechanism, a way to laugh at a catastrophe you couldn't undo. Ironically, the same Mongols who are ridiculed today were some of the most successful conquerors in history. Even when systems are obviously unjust, most people stay silent. Dissent is dangerous. It can lead to social exile, persecution, or even losing your entire sense of self. Fear often outweighs truth, and so societies comply. Not because everyone believes in the system, but because it's safer to just pretend you do. So, let's circle back to our hypothetical Group AZ. If the tables were turned and they had the right tools and timing, they could have rewritten religions, declared their conquests righteous, colonized entire continents, and earned global admiration for it. All they were missing was access. History isn't unfair, it's fragile. It's shaped by small shifts in power, geography, and timing. Mocking another culture's past or glorifying our own without this context just breeds false pride. Narratives are built, not inherited. Circumstance creates dominance, and storytelling maintains it. In the hands of the powerful, history can be bent until it feels just like destiny. History is not our fate, it's a story we're told, and one we can choose to see differently. Thanks for watching. If you found this perspective interesting, hit that subscribe button and join the conversation below. See you next time.